Well, and in terms of getting him some more weaponry, obviously you got things done with Michael Pittman Jr., and there's a ton of really good wide receivers in this draft, including some that might not be there by the time that you're 15th overall. And I'll just go straight through the front door with you, Chris, as I always do. Any thoughts of looking up at that Ring of Honor and putting Marvin's kid in a blue horseshoe on the side of the helmet 8-9 times a year in Lucas Oil with his dad's name on that stadium? Chris?
Sure there is. When I go into the fantasy land, he's a talented guy. But there's also a lot of other good talented players, in the draft. But he's a very talented young man. Of course, raised, the right way by Marvin. I've gotten to know Marvin, being here in Indy, and I enjoy Marvin a lot. And he's done a really good job raising his sons, and they are very, very talented young men. I mean, he's got a younger one I think is very talented too. But Marvin is definitely a unique talent.
Okay, and when you say fantasy land, it would be just too high to go up from 15 to go get him.
You always got to have you've always got to have two to do it. And it would be very difficult. It'd be very difficult. We need those.
As in
first round picks? It would be very difficult.
Two as in first round picks, you mean? Is that what you're saying?
It'd be very difficult two teams. You got to have another team that's willing to trade with you to get up that high. And that's not exactly been my nature, to move up and give up what it would take to get that high. Now, he's a really good player, and I don't want to downgrade that, but it'd be very difficult for us to get up that high.
And was the draft and how deep it is part of the reason why you weren't as active in free agency as some other teams, Chris?
No, I mean, I don't know if we signed a bunch of good players, and they just happened to be our own.
Right.
I think sometimes we forget that. I mean, Grover Stewart's a really good football player. Kenny Moore's a really good football player. Michael Pittman's a really good. I mean, these are good players. Julian Blackmon's a really good player. Look, I'm always going to lean our way, especially when they're good players. I mean, we dabbled with some guys and we went and we just didn't get them. I mean, that happens. But I just truly believe, we know, I've always said this, that who your guys are. You don't always know in free agency who you're getting. I mean, there's usually a reason they're in free agency, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but there's usually a reason. And, I felt really comfortable, and we felt really comfortable with, getting our guys back. There was other guys we went, after too. We just didn't work out, and the players we got back are really good football players.
All right, and to turn you into a pundit before I let you go, Chris, do you think 4 quarterbacks go to start this draft? Clearly you're out of that market, but what do you think?
No. I've definitely thought about it because it pushes all these other guys down, which is a good thing.
Right.
Can we get 5 or 6?
Well,
that'd be awesome.
It could be 5 in the first. 11, 12, 13. They're all quarterback needy, according to all of us in the punditry. So yeah, there could be 4, 5, could even be 6 that go before you.
Oh, that would be awesome. I mean, that'd be awesome, Rich. You get that done, I'm on your show whenever you want me.
I can't. No one else is showing me their draft board either, Chris, But you're the one kind enough to say yes a few days before the draft. It was great to see you at the Combine, great to see you on my screen.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks,
Thank
Chris.
you. I always appreciate you.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.